monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look at Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it up before the snow, we still gon' break bones. If you in the point fit, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth D's. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Welcome to another episode of Panda and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly here. Tank is on his way, but you know we're huge nerds, so of course we had to finish watching Ahsoka first. So that's what he's doing right now. I'm probably a bigger nerd, so I watched it earlier. I watched it faster than he did. So if you don't know that we do all our movies and comic books and TV show reviews, we're going to do that on Thursday, talk about the Ahsoka. But for now, tonight, it's all about the Bears. I'm excited to talk about this because you know what? I know we lost the game. I really do. But it's the best game I've seen in a year. It really was. I mean, Justin Fields was unconscious. He was literally the best quarterback I've ever seen from Chicago. So, you know, and it sucks that we got 45 minutes of greatness and 15 minutes of coming back to reality. And that's kind of how I saw it, how I could phrase it and frame it. For 45 minutes, we were like every other NFL team with a great with a great quarterback. And then all of a sudden, it all came crashing down. And the question is, who's to blame? Was it Justin? He did throw an interception and have a fumble. Was it the coach? He probably made a couple of the most boneheaded decisions that's ever been in any NFL game. Like things that you've seen in Pee Wee. Was it his fault? Or is it really Pace's fault? Pole's fault, I'm sorry. Ryan Pole's fault. Is it really his fault in the end for putting this team together, not giving enough talent on the offensive line, the defensive line being in shambles, our defensive backfield, we're playing third and fourth strings. Is it really his fault that we lost that game? And that we're in this situation where the Bears are 0-4. Those are real tough questions, and I have some answers and some things I want to go over. I'm going to kind of hold off a little bit because I know Tank's going to jump in. So I'm going to jump in the chat real quick and just go over what we were talking about with Brandon. So he actually asked, what's the story on the Toy Story football game? So I don't know if you guys saw the Jags-Atlanta game early on Sunday morning, but I watched it with my kids. And it was interesting. They did a really good job. I was surprised of the quality of actually what I saw. It was only, 10 seconds behind, and I was not upset at all about it. So, I'm happy that we got that AI. That was cool. Started off my Sunday really good. Like I was in a really good mood. And then this game took me over the moon. The first half, I thought it was something that I've never seen before. And then the other shoe dropped. That's what happens. What's up, Rasta? Hey, I got you in the building block league. I got you in that one this week. Sometimes you need a running back, especially when you're running back at CMC. Thank you, CMC, for giving me like 50 points. So that was fun. It was a fun one. Brandon, it's just like Justin is like Mike J. Too good for the team. He won't stay with the Bears for long. Yeah, see, that's something I do want to get on because a lot of people are talking about how things are going and should we get rid of Justin? Should we get, go get Williams right now? It's week 4 and we're already talking about that. And it's crazy. So, but I told you last week, This week, Tevin Jenkins is coming back. Cody Whitehair is going to move back to his right spot. Davis had an excellent game this week. Darnell Wright is learning, but he's still very good. I mean, Borum is going to be awful, but at least we got Mercedes Lewis on that side to help him. So yeah, you did. I finally got it. Finally beat him in one thing. So CMC really what won. That's what it is. He's more than a running back. He's everything. What's up, Fredo? My boy, the real panda. Thanks, man. Thanks for jumping in, man. Yeah, Anthony. The Bears beat my Washington. I'm done with football. You gotta be careful though, man, because I honestly don't believe we're a better team than Washington. But Justin Fields, if he's playing like he just played in that first half and those first 3 quarters, if he's playing like that, he could be any team. He really could. And as I said, Tevin Jenkins coming back changes the scope of how the offensive line is. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how the game actually goes. If I was betting, I'm not going to bet on the Bears, but I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it really close. And if Eddie Jackson plays, this could be a very interesting game. And of course, we're going to have our regular bet. Me and Mark will have our bet. I don't know what the consequences will be, but we'll talk about it tomorrow on Dynasty Pylon at 8 Central, 6 Pacific. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have our bet done. And hopefully I don't have to do anything stupid. But the Bears are a stupid team. So I don't know. I can't promise it. What's up, Tank? Can't hear you yet, though.
The Bears are a stupid team.
Hey, it's just it's the facts.
Oh, my God, man.
We are the dumbest team in the NFL. That's just what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Michael said, can you tell Martin I can't draft this week? I can't log into my sleeper account because I don't have my phone right now. I get it back till Thursday. All right, we'll figure out something. Michael, if you could tell me who you're looking for, I'll give me like 2 or 3 players that you're looking for, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So just kind of throw it in the chat and we'll look at it.
Or if you're on a computer, you should be able to do it from a computer too.
Yeah, but he has to wait. Oh, yeah. You can. You go to sleeper.com, it'll let you go log right in for a computer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
it's not as that's the only thing. Sleeper is great on the phone. It is amazing on the phone. It's got a little bit of things that are missing from the website, from the actual desktop, but
yeah,
it's
just not as user friendly on the actual computer, but you can still do everything you need to do.
Yeah. If not, just do what Brian said.
Yeah, just
I'm glad I came in. He clicked himself out. But yeah, just send Brian or something like that. All right, he's coming back right now. And anyway, Anthony Rasta.
I was about to give myself some credit. It's like I haven't messed up this one thing for all this time, and then next thing I kicked myself out.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Thank God I was in here because that would have been bad.
Oh my goodness. Well, I wouldn't have tried doing what I was trying to do if you were here.
True.
So yeah, CMC got me, but I don't mind when my boys got it done. Yeah, he was thinking about you during the game, and then the second half happened. I felt bad. You know what? I honestly was talking to Tank, I was talking to Marvin, and I was telling them I wasn't even that upset. I honestly, didn't feel bad about this game. Like I was mad at Eberflus for being an idiot, but I thought stop calling naked bootlegs. That's one thing. Stop calling naked bootlegs. Just stop doing it. It doesn't work.
With the O-line like that? Why? What? And everyone was mad at Justin Fields. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yep. He had his back to the entire defense.
So as soon as he turned around, the dude is in his face.
As soon as he turned around, like there was nothing. There was untouched, unblocked. I mean, that dude could have just skipped and got that sack.
All they have to do is put a tight end over there and let him wham block it, throw him down and then go into the flat. That's a 1 yard out. That's all they have to do.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I mean, you can run a play like that if you have the fucking, the Eagles O-line, the the Browns O-line with a
Even
good
then,
O-line where you can
still
kind of
don't do
scheme
it.
around it. No,
You still
but
don't do it.
not
I
like
don't-
that. Yeah, not like that. That was
It was
was-
idiotic. The fourth quarter. I mean, the things
the
they're
bad
doing.
play callings again. I don't know if you already got into that.
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
The bad play callings again for another week, 4 weeks in a row. You know, and it reminded me of week 1 again. You know, like, oh, third down, we're gonna do a sneak, but with a tight end. Oh, well, we're gonna go 4th and 1. But now we're not gonna do a QB sneak. We're gonna do I was like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this stupid things, man? This is
The
not
funny
Madden. This
thing
is the
is,
playground.
we don't understand. Do you know how big Justin Fields is? I'm a big dude. Like, I know you might not be able to tell. I'm a big guy. Justin Fields is the same size as me. We are big people. Like, there's no reason for a tight end to have to go ahead and do the sneak. There's no reason. Just
If you want to do stupid shit like that on third down.
He bobbled the ball when he did it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's stupid out now.
You know, that was the first play of the season, or the first series of the season. You know what I mean? That was the first third down of the season. And we did stupid shit like that. And again, this one, you know, it's like the first half was amazing. He broke a franchise record. Justin Fields broke a franchise record of being the most completed passes in a row in one game. He was 17 for 17,
16 for 16, and then he threw the
Hail Mary, which is fine. It kind of sucks. It threw it off a little bit, but
no, you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Like, a franchise record is nothing compared to, like, if it was like a league record, or if he was going for like all-time record, maybe. But a franchise record, you're like, yeah, I don't give a shit. You know, especially a Bears quarterback record. Like everybody can do that. So, but that was so
everybody.
impressive.
No, come on, no one has done it for the Bears. So
any halfway decent quarterback can do that.
Yeah, we haven't ever had one of those.
Exactly. You know, so that's why. So.
All right, guys, we have a special appearance coming in real quick. I was going to show you guys. I don't know how much time he has, but I definitely wanted them to jump in real quick. The man, the myth, the legend. We have Alfredo jumping in. What's up?
What's up, guys? How you doing? Can you hear me good?
Let's go.
Yeah, you sound good. You sound good.
All right,
so
great.
Tell us what you thought about the game.
Actually, I'm not gonna put no blame on Justin Fields for throwing that pick. It was a miscommunication on pick, I guess. So they need to gel more. They need to have Mahomes, Kelsey kind of combination going.
Mahomes will pick just like it.
Right. Now, here's the downfall. If the Bears would have kicked that field goal, there would have been more pressure on Russell Wilson. The defense would have been so much different. They would have put a little bit more pressure or play a little bit more safe instead of doing what they did. Now, the reason I believe Justin was on a rush, he had the run, he had the throw, he was panicking the last, 54 seconds or whatever it was, to get to field goal range. Now, if we would have kicked that field goal, all the pressure would have been on Russell Wilson. But since we went on that 4th and 1 and we lost it, all the pressure went on Justin because we all know the outcome of that drive. Not taking anything away from Russell Wilson, comparing with the Bears defense.
He'll deserve to be up there. He doesn't.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, I don't blame nothing on Justin at all. As far as the record goes, yes, it's a shame that before we go to halftime, he's 16 out of 17.
16 out of 16. Then he had the 16 out of 17, but he came back and then he was hitting more passes again in the second half. The dude was playing well.
Honestly, I think Kramer could be the freaking franchise record with anything. I mean, I've seen him throw, and he's like, whatever.
He was throwing anticipatory throws. He was throwing it. He knew what he was doing. And if you're mad about the last interception with Cole Kmet, once again, I had it on the thumbnail. Is Cole Kmet to blame? Not really. So Justin wanted him to turn in the middle of the field because he's on the zone. You running towards the person. He wanted to throw him closer to being right in the middle. So that's what he was doing. He was thinking that they were going to be able to do that because they knew each other so well. It didn't work that well. It didn't work that way, and he threw an interception. But I'm not mad at that because he was trying to make something happen. Again,
Right.
the thought process is right, and he's trying to be on the same page like he was throughout the game. That's why Cole Kmet had 2 touchdowns this game. So that's why I'm not upset with him. I'm still very encouraged by Justin. And it's exactly what I was telling everyone before, that Justin has these skills. And if we could block for him and you give him the full playbook and don't call BS calls, plays,
No.
and have a good game plan, he can win you a game.
Well, I don't think we want to give him the full playbook because what happens, he overthinks. However, if you just let him have fun, let him go to that right, have the whole defense run after him. Next, Kmet is open in the end zone.
That was the whole playbook thing. They actually gave him a lot more freedom and let him throw the ball. And you know what? Remember, I don't know if you saw last week. I actually said let him have different depths. Tell him have a first read, a second read, a third read. Let him just go out there and play quarterback. If you let him do that, he might surprise you.
Well, you know what? Also, I think Kmet and Herbert, they're going to get a lot of catches this week because if you notice, I don't think Justin has confidence in the line. I don't think anybody does.
Yeah,
why would you?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, if he goes back there, he's not going to be able to read first, second, third, and fourth read. There's first and second. Oh crap, I'm running. Oh crap, here's my.
What he did was first read, DJ Moore,
sack
out.
Right. First read.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I have one more surprise for everybody. Let me jump on right in. What's up, Marvin?
I couldn't let Fredo outdo me. I'm not in a cool warehouse or nothing like that, but
No. I mean,
it's had to have been like what 2 years since all 4 of us been on here, right?
Everyone been on, exactly.
Wow.
This is what, 3rd episode, 4th episode?
Right.
That's cool. Before you say what you think, Marvin, I want to answer this question real quick. Would y'all trade Goddard for Dotson and Laporta? Would you trade Goddard and Dotson for Laporta? So
Goddard and Dotson.
So Jahan Dotson, I believe, is the number 1 receiver, right? Goddard, I still believe is still going to be that guy. For Laporta's going to be hit and miss. I have him as my tight end. He's hit and miss. He's good sometimes, and he's some other times. I still think I would not.
I wouldn't because, I mean, depending on the schedule, I don't know. It really depends on what's going on in the schedule. If it's a great defense, he's going to be using an escape valve. If not, no, I wouldn't. I think you've given up a little bit too much of that. Unless you throw in, he gives you some complimentary picks for next year's draft. I don't care. I mean, that's an option, but I don't know.
I mean, this might be redraft, and that's why it's a one and done one thing. So I don't know. What you think, Marvin?
I also go no. I don't really believe that quarterbacks in general, tight ends in general, like it's been the worst position in fantasy for like the history of fantasy outside of 2 guys. So like,
not named Kelsey,
right?
That's it.
Look how good George Kittle is doing right now.
Yeah,
he's the best mini offensive tackle in the league. That's what they're using him as.
Yeah.
That's why CMC is doing so great.
Because he has also the best left tackle in the game. So
yeah, that too. I mean, that helps. But
yeah.
So
okay. Well, what about you, Tank? What you say?
Nah. I'm not gonna give up. It's mostly Dotson. I'm not gonna give up Dotson.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and Goddard is a doable starting tight end for you. So when it's doable, and as I said, Laporta is still not the best. He is ranking top 5 tight end right now.
Yeah.
But Goddard could end up being that same thing too.
By averaging 5 points, he's rated the top 5 tight end.
Like 7. But yeah, you're right.
Pretty much at this point. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, Kelsey doesn't even count because he's in the category all his own. And then like Ferguson's been doing pretty well.
Mark Andrews,
Goddard's up there. Yeah. So, but yeah, they're all like 5 to 8 points.
Yeah.
They're not They're not
You're
doing
going to
anything
trade
crazy.
6 points to get 6.5.
Yeah, but you have two guys. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you might as well hold on to your two. So that's why. What we got for you, Anton?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Okay. So Marvel, what were your thoughts on the game?
I was listening to you guys talk about it, and I agree. You know, I'm not as mad as like the Green Bay game, right?
Yeah.
Because Justin Fields gave us hope, like Obama in 2004, right? You know, for what could be if we could have something. I think if you put Justin Fields is better than Brock Purdy. You put Justin Fields on the 49ers, they're Super Bowl winners. With the
Same
49ers
thing with
might
the Jets.
win.
Same thing with the
49ers
Jets.
might win anyway with Brock Purdy's Super Bowl because they just got everybody on their team. Like, but I don't think that. I think that people need to chill out about the. Well, let's see, but I think that backs some people off Justin Fields. Oh, he never had a 300-yard game. Here you go. Oh, he's never had more than 4. Here you go. Passes.
And this is week 4. I don't know why everyone doesn't realize there's 13 more weeks still left in the season.
Look,
and
nobody started this was like, hey, look, the Bears are going to the Super Bowl this year. Exactly. Nobody on this panel said that, hey, look, the Bears may go to the Super Bowl. I remember we talked about this at the beginning of the season. Hey, they might be able to fight for a wild card spot. The last one, depending on how terrible everybody else is. Right.
Yeah.
If everybody else
said 9 games, maybe 10, and now it's more like
7 to 8. That's even right there. That's where it is. 8 was it.
With this play calling, they'll be looking at 5.
If we get 6, I'm okay with that. I'll be fine. So
not only the play calling, it's more the defense.
You know what I need? I need them not to win all of them at the same time. Like, even if they only win 6 games, like stretch that shit out. So like we get a game and then 2 losses and then a game and 2 losses and do like that. So I'm just not sad the whole season. Like that's what it was last year. It was like, hey, look, we're just gonna suck the rest of the time after October. And that was depressing. Like I need you to stretch some of these W's out. Like give me once a month. 1.5 wins a month. That's what I need.
Hey, that's enough to keep me in the Bears jersey right here.
Right
here.
So
keep me here.
Here's a quick question before I go.
Mm-hmm.
If the Bears lose against Washington, are we gonna cut Eberflus?
Are we gonna what?
Fire him?
Fire Eberflus?
You can't.
Nah, not
because you don't have the defensive coordinator for one. So Eberflus is doing double duty already, right? Yep. And then you're in the middle of the season. You cannot fire Eberflus no matter what you do. Eberflus is going to have to make it through the rest of the season. The question really is do you fire everybody at the end of the season and then go with Williams if you have the number 1, number 2 pick? Which I think if you have the option at 1 or 2, you might have to think about it.
You might have both.
You know, but you can't
think about it.
You can't do that to Justin Fields. You can't. So if you're gonna do it, you give Justin Fields to Atlanta. Which I say, if Justin Fields was on Atlanta right now, Atlanta would be the best team in that damn division.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the rushing with them and the backfield they get?
Oh man!
And that with a good tight end and a great wide receiver.
Nasty. We don't know. I might join Martin. They don't throw it to him at all.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll be with Martin. I'll change.
Rocking the Falcons.
I'll be rocking the Falcons jersey. I might
do that Simpsons meme where he backs into the bush and comes back out.
That the whole logo will change. They have a falcon on it. It's already Chicago South, so I'm supposed to just go ahead and do it now.
Wow.
I just want to throw what Anthony said about the whole Goddard for Laporta. He said Goddard for Laporta straight up is no of with when you add in Dotson. I still believe in Dotson in the long run. So Goddard for Laporta is the only thing what you're going to do. You're not going to add Dotson for that trade. And of course, Martin said he agreed with that too.
Yeah.
And then he clowned us and said, damn, 5 wins for the whole season. Being a Bears fan is tough. Hey, it's lean times, man. It's lean times. You got to do what you got to do.
It's like prohibition over here, man. And wins is outlawed. We got to sneak these boys in.
Would you believe me if I told you that the Bears go ahead and win 3 games in a row? Would you see it as a possibility?
Because you thought they were going to win 5 games in a row. So
I'm just saying they don't have opportunity to win all these games. But do you believe that's possible that they end up with this 3-4 after all this stuff is said and done?
No, they're gonna lose against Minnesota.
Name the next 3 games. It's Washington, then Minnesota.
Washington, Minnesota, and then the Raiders.
No, they're gonna
I
lose.
think they lose against Minnesota.
I'm just saying, Minnesota doesn't look great. You know, their defense is horseshit. Washington is not the great. We could beat Washington foreseeably, and the Raiders are awful. Besides extra Crosby, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Chandler Jones.
Terrible? Justin Jefferson. You know who is terrible? Everybody in our
Everyone
secondary.
Our defensive back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the time we play Minnesota, because we're going to have all these games, our entire secondary should be back.
Congratulations.
2 weeks.
Well, there's no pass rush though.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's a huge problem.
But
no pass rush.
could you see us possibly sneaking that game out though? Especially if here's the thing, Tevin Jenkins is going back to left guard. I've said left guard is the biggest problem. If you move Tevin Jenkins to left guard, Whitehair back to center, and Davis had a fucking good game. That middle of that line is way more solidified. Darnell Wright is doing fine at right tackle. He's not amazing, but he will be a Pro Bowler. My problem is the left tackle. Borum is booty, but you know, we put Mercedes Lewis next to him. We might be okay. I'm just saying, is it possible?
Well, you heard my answer. I say no. Minnesota's look. Is it going to squeeze by? No. I think we're going to probably lose against Minnesota 10. If history repeats itself.
Minnesota's 1-3, and that one was lucky.
And right now for the Bears, that's all you need.
Yeah, but still.
But I mean, we could be 1-3. We could be that same terribleness, guys. Believe in me.
We should be 1-3.
Yeah.
You know, but that play calling, man, the play calling sucks. It's
not kicking the field goal. I
not getting bad play.
If you're gonna not kick the field goal, give the ball to your best player. Justin Fields by far is your best player. How do you not give him the ball?
Oh my God!
And let him create
that move he put on him to throw that touchdown pass when he was in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
That was nasty.
It was so nasty. I fell down. I fell down. Right. I was like, oh.
Off the couch.
That was the Herbert touchdown, right?
Yep.
He threw it back to Herbert. Oh man, he juked that dude out his pants. Like all you got to do is beat somebody.
Who's the guy? Who's the running back? Jigba, I think from Atlanta. He's been sidestepping everybody.
So Atlanta, you know, Bijan and
Bijan,
Bijan Robinson. Bijan's amazing. Yeah. So
yeah.
Hey, Rasta, I'm just letting you know, if we don't get at least 4 wins, I'm joining 49ers Nation. You know, because
you'll buy a Brock Purdy jersey.
I'll be a draft pick. Like, hey guys, wait.
Only 49ers jerseys that you can buy is Trent Williams, Brian. Once you get 250, it's got to be Trent Williams.
I have a Jerry Rice upstairs.
That's different.
Oh, that is true though. You know what? Hey, I am down to 265, so hey, it is okay. But
yeah. That's what you get for Christmas, man. You get a Trent Williams jersey.
Oh, I'll wear that proudly too. I'm like, hey, best left tackle in the game, 5 years. Let's go.
Right.
All right. So
it's not a Nick Bosa jersey.
Oh, fuck him. But
thank you. Yes. You took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you. Fuck that guy.
We need a Kanye clip right here. Be like, Nick Bosa does not care about black people. Oh man, I saw a TikTok of and it was like whenever Christian McCaffrey runs the ball, it makes you think of this clip, and it was the longest yard when Stone Cold was like, "That's how a white man runs the ball."
Hey, you know what? I gotta say, Christian McCaffrey won me 3 games by himself. So I love that man.
I was down by like 30 points. I'm like, well, I'm done. And then I didn't even pay attention.
Went back over there. You're like 52 points.
Yep.
Do what? It's just like,
yeah.
Oh man, that's great. All right. So what do we have to do to win this game against the Commanders? What has to happen?
I think they need Justin. They need whatever parts they did to have him play that good. Do that. Like if he ate McDonald's on Tuesday night, Somebody better have a Big Mac for him right now. I
Yeah.
need
Or Happy Meal.
whatever girl he was talking to, come over and do the same thing, the same time and everything right now. If he had Fruit Loops with 1/3 Captain Crunch in it, get him that shit right now. Because
I think
that's enough to win. That's enough to win.
I think they should just keep the playbook as is. Don't change anything on the playbook. Make it easy. Have it fun. If he has fun, then it's going to be a no-brainer.
The thing is, they opened up the playbook because a lot of times they were running screens and they were doing the easy throws. They opened up the playbook, let him throw down the field, and he killed it. You know, so he actually, when you open up the playbook and let him play quarterback, he does better. But you tell him to kind of calm down. And don't get me wrong, we still are talking about the Broncos defense, guys. So I don't want you to think that he's going to be great, but you can score on Washington.
Right.
You can.
Right. I'm going to have to go, guys. I got to get back to work.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming in, man.
No problem, guys. Have a good one.
All right. See you
later.
Bear down.
So no, I think we can, but I don't think we could if Tevin Jenkins was there, honestly.
Yeah.
Because those defensive tackles are the two best defensive tackles stand next to each other in the entire NFL.
And when we graded the D-line, we were like, oh,
we had them like
A-class, whatever. Yeah. They weren't one of the best. So that D-line's going to just tear it up. It's going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad.
I mean,
and I think that's the reason why we're going to lose is just Justin Fields is going to have to just run for his life. And
he doesn't, is what I'm telling you, because
he doesn't really need.
No, but how good Tevin Jenkins is when he's not hurt, which is only 1/3 of the time. He's like the dude with the knuckle puck. Where, every fifth shot goes in, he only can play every fifth game. But that fifth game, he's going to be great. So going against Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne is just going to be a problem. But if you can,
I think it's going to be, and I'm not saying this, not screens, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it's going to be Cole Kmet and how fast you can get him the ball. And Cole Kmet needs to watch some Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski turn around, post people up. That linebacker, the cornerback that may be on you is not bigger than you. Turn around, put your back in his face, and catch the ball. Yeah. That's your play. Hey, I'm getting rushed. 4-yard they butts to death of him just running out there and turning around. That's it. You're big. Be big. That's what you got to do. You're Cole Kmet. You're 6'5". You're 260 or something like that.
Yeah.
Just go out there and box somebody out and hope they try to come through you and you get a flag. The end. They need to have that, and they need to be working on that.
Darnell Mooney, when he catches the ball, the offense looks better. When he's the second receiver, everything looks better. Because DJ Moore is going to get the ball and he's going to fucking kill everybody. Like that's just what he does. Yeah.
Even look at what they did with Darnell Mooney though. Like his catches that they had weren't like, hey, look, I'm going to go beat somebody. Even though he can, he's really fast. He went and he sat in the area and Justin found him. Okay, do that. Hey, beat them to the spot and be like, hey, look, be in this area. And so it's a simple thing. Hey, look, if this is the coverage they're in, that guy's not going to be there. Here's the zone. Go sit right here, and I'm going to throw it to you. That's what the plan should be for Mooney, because he can get there and faster, and it's fast. It takes less time for me to get to this spot for us to get 7 yards.
I think on every play, the way we should do it is look, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney, run. If you do that,
that's a lot.
Every
that's
play,
a lot. No, it's hey, look, DJ Moore or that, okay,
or one of them, and they're
right. Yeah, exactly. It's only one. It's 1A, and that's it. 1A run. But they need to do, and this is what I don't know if they will do. They need to Cooper Kupp Darnell Mooney. That's what they need to do. Treat him like that with the little slot stuff and things like that. They need to do that the hell out of
DJ Moore. DJ Moore better have 14 targets this damn game for us to win the game. They say Russ Tyler with the knuckle puck. I love the Mighty Ducks 90s nostalgia. Oh, I love movies. Can't help it.
Yeah. But it's gonna be like I can see him if he just does short passes and just move down the field, like 5 yards at a time. We could do that all day and just pick apart that defense, and then that offense ain't gonna do nothing really.
No, that's what I'm more worried about. Honestly, I think the Bears
Really? You
can
think
score
Sam
24
Howell?
points. I think Sam. That's not about Sam Howell as much as we don't get pressure on the quarterback. The worst part about their offense is that they can't block nobody, but we can't rush nobody, so it doesn't even help. Like
Yeah.
they have Charles Lindell Jr. on their side. We know we can go after that guy, but we have no one to do it.
Mhm.
That's the biggest problem. But they still have all these help. With Brian Robinson, he might run nuts on us.
Yeah.
This might be the return of Antonio Gibson. This might be the return of him.
Everyone's waiting
Because
for
we
it.
can't stop people running. Like literally, our linebackers make 16 tackles a fucking game. It's because they're catching them 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's my problem. They have 3 guys that are really good receivers. When you really talk about it, when you're really thinking about it, with McLaurin, and then we got Dotson, and then Curtis Samuel, who scored a rushing touchdown this past week. Those are my issues. I feel like they have so much talent offensively, and we have no talent defensively. Can we score enough points to hold them off? I don't know. Yeah, Brian Robinson's gonna be a problem, and this is what you got. But Phil Roster says, "Sorry, but B Rob's going to run all over y'all this week. You got to contain him."
Yeah, nobody's disagreeing with you there, Roster.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with that right now. So I was looking at the PFF grades for this past game. All right. On offense, DJ Moore had an 85.3, Khalil Herbert had 85.3, Cole Kmet had an 83.8. Of course, our blocking is the worst part because Blasingame got 50, Lucas Patrick got 49.2 because he's garbage, and Cody Whitehair can't play left guard. He got 48. That was our worst. But on defense, DeMarcus Walker scored a 79, TJ Edwards got a 76.6, and Terrell Smith got 66.7. Those are our 3 highest rated defensive players.
79 was the highest?
Was our highest, and he was only one of them. Yeah. But here's my problem. Our worst, our safety, Elijah Hicks, got 31.4. Our 3 technique, who this defense is all revolves around, Justin Jones, got 32.9. I haven't played football in 12 years or 14 years, and I could do better than a 32.9, bro, for a couple plays or something. You're a professional. And you're playing like that? Come on, man. And then I didn't want to forget Yannick Ngakoue because he got 39.3. We have 3 guys in the 30s on defense. That's our problem.
Yeah. And so Antonio Gibson is gonna have a pretty good game. And I'm probably starting. I picked him up. And I picked him up like weeks ago, and I was hoping he was gonna do something. This might be the only week he does something. Because of that horrible defense.
Well, I see B-Rob. I think is going for 100. It's going to have 100 yards and a touchdown. I think Gibson gets 7 catches for 66 yards and maybe another touchdown right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at McLaurin's the problem. The best part about their offense is that they don't have a tight end.
Yeah.
And Eddie Jackson is trending towards playing this week. So we have to hope that we have 2 safeties that actually play. We're not going to have good corners. So we just played real deep. Because I don't know if you guys saw, our safety was playing 25 yards deep.
Yeah.
25 yards deep. I was like, how are we playing the cover 2 with a safety calling 25 yards deep? And I would go to the middle of the field every single play.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to go to the middle field every play and sign off to you guys.
Hey, appreciate you jumping in, man.
Great. It was great being back. I'm going to try to get back more active as we get to the end of the year and stuff like that. But it was great seeing you guys.
He's been working so hard, man. I just appreciate just seeing you. It's great.
It's coming in.
All right. Thanks, guys. Later.
All right, man.
All right. Later.
All right, guys. That was a throwback back to our guys. Everyone was here. That was real cool seeing that. But I guess what we see is the game. The game was something, man. I mean, it was hard to watch at the end, but it was great to watch at the beginning. And
yeah.
I'm hoping that we don't go. I just hope we don't go embarrass ourselves. I don't want to be look. We might have 0-4, but the New York Giants look worse than we did. So I don't want to be the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fear. But and here's my other thing. You know, we paid all this money to Tremaine Edmonds, and he hasn't scored over a 50 in PFF grading yet.
Wow.
48.8, guys.
I haven't heard his name all year. I haven't heard his name at all year. But I don't know. I mean, is that on him or is that on the bad D line?
No. Well, he needs a great defensive line in front of him, but TJ Edwards has been playing a lot better than he has. So it's possible still.
Yeah.
We need a defense that's going to be to hold it together. I hope that we can do it, but I'm not betting on it. Mm-hmm. But to kind of wrap up our Bears segment on this, hey, Ross says, "Still nice meeting you, bro." Hey, Marvin is awesome. He really is. He knows a lot more than I don't know if he knows more than me, but he knows just as much as I do. Like I've known him since we were 10, so he's great. Yeah. He's about the size of a left tackle too.
Yeah, man.
Like I told you, I'm about 6'5", 6'5.5". I'm about 265, and I stand next to him. You'll see when we on October 15th, we're at the Bears game. He dwarfs me. He makes me look like I'm.
I can honestly, I don't think I ever felt small because usually I'm like I'm a pretty big guy. I'm not like 6'5", but I'm like 5'11", 6 foot right there, and I felt tiny next to Marvin. He's what 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, he's about 6'7.5". So
yeah,
he's a good 2 inches, 2.5 inches taller than me, and he's a big dude. He's like a refrigerator. He's refrigerator size, so it's crazy. Yeah.
Great. Those guys were the other guys.
Yeah. from here. This is our Panda Grizzly. Having them in really does help out a lot and helps the conversation go. So I really loved seeing that. Hey, by the way, Tank, got the tickets, bro. So we're good.
Yes. Yeah, I got
so we're going. No, don't worry about that. I'm more worried about. We tell everybody, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, we will be there live at the stadium, tailgating Bears, Minnesota, October 15th. Man, we will see you guys. It's going to be so cool. We'll be on Dynasty Pipeline. Hopefully, we won't sign off this time. So we'll be able to actually talk.
Don't give us the power, Martin. I'm going to make sure we do not have any of the power.
Martin says, "I told you Edmund sucks." So I never believed in him. He said, Edmonds was great in college, Buffalo, but he really met his capital. See, the problem is I believe he needs a great defensive line in front of him. So Edmonds will be fine, but it's no comparing him to Roquan. Roquan is the best middle linebacker in the game. And just in my opinion, I think he's the best one. So we gave him up, and we paid him Edmonds less money, but you could have spent that money because we still have money to spend now.
Yeah.
So what was the point?
You could have paid him, kept it, still had more money. Still had more money, still had enough money, and you don't have to worry about the position. You're good.
Exactly.
And then you have a leader on the defense. You have somebody you can start to build around. That was still one of those really, really bad moves Bulls did.
Martin says, "No, you're not getting anything. No power."
I'm saying, don't give me any power on that Sunday, man. I had no power. I don't.
It was all the
anything.
shots, man. All the alcohol, all the shots. Man, it was crazy.
It must have been, man. Well, because as soon as we finished, it was just like a mad dash to get the fuck out of the car because we were all hot, and we were so high. We're like, all right, get out of here. And I'm not plugging shit. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah, no power, man. No power.
Anthony says, "Dang, I'm 6'3". Yeah, I always wonder how people feel around me. Yeah, I'm around you guys like 6'5 plus. Yeah, that's dude. I always felt normal, like regular size, because everyone I played with was around my size. So I played basketball, I played football. So I thought 6'3" to 6'8" was just regular. So I was just right in between at 6'5". I thought that was cool. And then I'm around these other people. I'm like, oh, I am tall, huh? But you don't notice it when you're everyone else. And then Martin says, "No, Edmonds is a Jag."
Here's a picture from last year. I know it's well, one, Marvin's holding the camera, so he's already up higher, but Brian is kind of like crouched down a little bit, and he's still like taller than me. I mean, freaking
That's George McCaskey.
he looks taller than me at this point.
But
But yeah,
no, I mean, look, yeah. Trust
that
me, he's a big dude. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Rasta said, "How tall is your lady? If you don't mind me asking." My wife is 5'3". My wife is 5'2.5".
Yeah, she's small.
My daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, is almost as tall as my wife.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that, man. Your wife, by the time they're in high school, she's gonna be just like at everyone's waist level, just like
4th grade is over.
Poor Ashley. You'd be looking at her. You better stop that.
She says, "I gotta fight him now because it's the only way I have a chance." Oh man, that's so funny. All right, so before we leave, I want to know what is your prediction for the game? Tank?
We could squeeze one out. But right now, I don't know what Marvin was saying. Whatever Justin did to get that confidence at the beginning of the half, he needs to do that again. But I part of me feels like Justin needs to be able to audible at the line.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be able to see, because like there was that again when they ran that was it the 3rd down and they ran the clock out.
Yep.
Oh, was no 4th down. Maybe it was like a 4th down, or they took the delay of game or whatever it was. He saw it. He's like, I can snap it right now and get that sneak and be good. But he didn't take it. And he saw it. Like it was so obvious. Like, and the whole series of plays at the end of that one, series was super obvious.
Before the timeout. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Before the timeout and all this stuff. Everything, all that was super obvious. I think you need to allow him to actually change the play and trust him enough up there. Granted, he's no Peyton Manning. He's not gonna like redesign the entire play at the line. But he's like, you know what? Hey,
that's not the point.
We're on a hot route. We're gonna do this. You need to give him.
If you're going to if you're going to tell and say that he's going at the end of the year, and you're going to go Caleb Williams, if that's the case, give Justin all the total keys to the total control of the offense. Give him the keys to the car and let him drive. Yeah. And let's see what he got.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be surprised.
At this point, like Justin drawing plays in the grass might be better than whatever the hell Lugeski's giving them. It's like, I'll take that. But I mean, but seriously, if he can call some audibles and have that confidence just remain there, because I'm sure, man. I want to go back and I want to watch that play before he got that fumble.
You're right.
Fumble. It was like, if I got that, it was like, you want me to run a bootleg? I'm like, you're crazy. You're with this O-line, you're crazy.
It's not just a bootleg, it's the naked bootleg. So it's a
naked
bootleg without any personal protector, which we saw last year is not what you need to be doing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, I'll answer this real quick. Should I trade Aaron Jones and Waddle for CeeDee Lamb and Swift? Oh, that hurts. Okay, so here's the thoughts behind it. But so the problem is Swift is on the Eagles. Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't know which running back they're going to ever use.
Yeah.
That's my number one thing. CeeDee is a great number one, but once again, Cowboys, you don't know what type of offense you're going to get for them. Aaron Jones, when the Packers are rolling, he's getting the ball a lot. And Waddle is still part of that greatest show on turf. I know what happened against Buffalo. Buffalo really played very well. It's tough. The problem, once again, it's with Swift. If Swift plays, you got a number one wide receiver and a number one running back. Waddle is still not a number one wide receiver, so it's an upgrade. So I don't know.
I'm looking at the numbers. Swift isn't too bad. I mean,
he's not that one game. He's been great. Last couple games, last week.
He's been really great. But Aaron Jones hasn't done anything.
He's been hurt.
He's been hurt. He's been out.
He's been hurt. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I lean towards I'll do the trade. As far as I'm leaning, I'll probably do the trade, but recognize that Swift might be a problem. But CeeDee is a great number one.
You need to have somebody like, you know what, like if it's a bad matchup for whatever reason. I'm looking at the season though, like they don't have many bad matchups.
No, they don't.
They really don't, man. Throughout the rest of the whole year.
Sirianni is more my problem.
Yeah.
Sirianni is the issue, and there is something that's a point. That's a good point. Let's see, we got from Martin right here. Martin says 100% do it. He said yes, especially if it's dynasty. I don't think it's dynasty though. So I think this is right now
probably redraft.
Redraft.
I'm going with Martin. I think I would take it because Swift, you need to have somebody, a replacement just in case on your bench. But I think in the next couple of weeks, if Swift is putting up at least like 15 points still, and then he has that one like 20 plus point week, that's somebody you kind of, I don't mind putting in. Aaron Jones, he's coming out of injury. The last week he didn't really do much, but
no, Aaron Jones is the number one guy there.
Yeah, he is. But I mean,
it's not a question. But what the thing is with Aaron Jones is, I think Swift could have Aaron Jones type numbers if Sirianni agrees to continue to play him.
Mm-hmm.
If he plays him, you're going to Waddle. CD is better than Waddle. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Waddle is young. CD's young. Aaron Jones is old. Swift's probably still young.
Yeah. Which is why Martin said if it's dynasty, 100%. And I would do that 100% in dynasty, but in redraft, I would still do it. I think I'll pull the trigger for it. If you're gonna trade away Aaron Jones and Waddle and you get CD Lamb and Swift, I would do it.
I would do it with trepidation. I might do it, but I would be concerned because Sirianni and Swift. I don't trust Sirianni, and that throws a lot of concern my way.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest problem. Yeah. But Martin says, he said, I do it.
Yeah.
Wow, so wait a minute. It's funny because you would trade for Swift again because he's already on your team now. So once again, you want to have another Philadelphia problem, huh, Martin? You just like having Philadelphia problems, huh? I can't wait till next week where he doesn't get any reps. He says on the bench again.
So on Sleeper, he's 96% roster and 89% started. So
because he's the best running back they have.
That's true. That's true.
But
because Gainwell,
Gainwell, they like Gainwell. He's going to give some run, and Gainwell has a game. If he's doing what positive and getting a lot of yards, they're going to continue to feed him.
Mm-hmm.
Swift is still the better running back. So I think even with my trepidation, I still would probably do it. But I probably will look for the handcuff to go along with Swift.
Yeah.
But CD is someone you want to get. That's just what it is. CD is a guy that you want to have.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, last 3 weeks they've proven him a running back one. We've seen it before. Like you've forgotten. We've seen it before. Can you really trust him? Yeah, but I probably still would do it. Because Aaron Jones gets hurt too.
Yeah,
and goes out 3-4 weeks at a time. So the answer is probably yes, all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what it trade it and go get Gainwell. That's exactly my thing.
Yeah, just in case.
That's if you do that, Gainwell is probably available. Go get Gainwell. And Contreras would say, Jay Contreras says,
well, you start Swift.
Yeah.
Gainwell is just on the bench.
He's your backup. He's your handcuff. Yep. You grab that handcuff to it. Yeah, I was hesitant because the Cowboys red zone isn't hot right now, but I can still have good games. Even if CD doesn't score, CD's going to get you 15, 16 points because he gets the ball that much and he is that number one receiver. So you're okay with that. And Waddle has been hurt a lot and he is injury prone. So I would rather have CD overall.
Yeah. I mean, stat wise,
it's close. It's a close trade.
It's close, but Lamb is doing better. Lamb is doing better. He's getting more points in a standard league. He's getting more points.
No, I mean he's going to have more points just because he's the number one guy, and Waddle, no matter what's number two.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
True. Wow. So I would definitely take
CD
that.
always will get 1,000 yards. Always. Waddle might get 1,000 yards too, because Waddle has. Last year they both had 1,200 yards, Martin. So this is not like him getting 1,000 is this huge thing, but they both are productive ones. But I think you can rely on CD more than you can rely on Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Yeah.
But that does lead me into our week 5 waiver pickups.
Okay. Yeah.
So
'Cause I had some questions after we do the pickups because I got some real, I think, questions that a lot of other people who own these guys have.
mhm.
But we'll get into it after the pickups and stuff like that.
Okay. My number one is obvious to me, and he's only 32% rostered. Is Jameson Williams. Number one pickup. Because you saw he went from 6 to 4 to now he's available this week.
Mm-hmm.
So Jameson Williams going to Detroit. I think he is going to add a booster to their offense, and he's a definite pickup. That's my number one pickup. If you're looking at any league, no matter what you're doing, that's what I'll be looking for. And say still 32% rostered, gotta be looking for him. Okay. Yeah. I still have Joshua Palmer on my list. I thought that he is 60% roster, so it's a harder thing. He's more of a 10+ league, a team league. You're going to be looking for him. I think they're going to throw the ball to him. Herbert throws the damn ball and he spreads it out. Joshua Palmer, it seems like he's still going to be the number 2 guy, even though QJ's there. QJ might take over next year, but right now, Joshua Palmer is the one that you're going to trust more.
Yeah.
My third one is, I hate saying this, Romeo Doubs.
He's been trending hard.
Romeo Doubs is only 54% roster right now. And I mean, you can't turn that down. You just can't turn it down. And here's a sneaky one, though. There's 2 guys I think are really sneaky. One is Tyler Boyd. Why? Because Amari's not going to be there. Because Tyler Boyd has actually been the one guy who's been producing for this damn team.
Yeah.
So like for the Bengals, I mean, so though you've had what you have Jamar, and then you got T. Higgins. T. Higgins is out. I think Tyler Boyd is going to be used a lot more, and he's more of a middle of the field type of receiver. So I think that he's going to get more targets, more catches, and he's now on the outside. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler Boyd gets you, especially this coming up week. If you're streaming a wide receiver, you really need one. You're in a pinch. Because I'm actually in my dynasty league, and I had Tyler Boyd. I'm probably going to play him.
Yeah.
Because I think this week he could be a 12 to 13 point guy.
Yeah. So I have Higgins, and this is what I was going to bring up, earlier, but I knew it was going to come up, but I have Higgins. With Higgins being out, and the issue with Burrow still kind of being there.
That knee is going to be there all year.
Yeah, but that's why it's like, is Boyd somebody for everything you just said, where he might be
he's not an outside
play. He's not an outside guy, but you got Jamar Chase for that. And what if you need that quick throws?
He's going to be in. He's
averaging in there. Yeah,
he's averaging 6 targets right now.
But that's why some of these Higgins owners go after Boyd. I mean, you can't drop Higgins. That's somebody you just cannot drop.
Because if he turns in, he's going to kill everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. At any given day, he could put up 20-something points. But for now, probably for the next couple of weeks, because Higgins got a fractured rib.
Yep.
That's gonna suck for a while. So I think Boyd, and I was like, I think Boyd's somebody you can pick up and easily replace him and not worry too much, especially as of late.
Yeah. My worry is always handcuffs. I don't like having 2 receivers on the same team. But if he's replacing him for you for now, especially if you have an IR spot, I think that's a great pickup.
So the thing that really, really pissed me off is
you can't use him until he says out. You can't put him in IR until he says out.
So he's not in the IR. He's not out yet. He's still questionable, and it's super, super annoying. They do it already, but they're gonna wait, and it's gonna be super annoying for me. As a Higgins owner, I was like, why can't I put him in there? Like, he's not gonna play. He's not gonna play with a fractured rib. Nah. Like,
you say that, then he plays.
I know.
They're worried.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
They're worried about it because this team can't go 1-4.
Ooh, can you imagine?
I'm just saying.
Lose their damn mind.
I mean, I've been saying that. I knew they were going to come back to the mean. I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah.
But if they go 1-4, man, that might be a big problem.
Yeah. Yeah, but Higgins is on the bench for at least the next 2 weeks, if not the next 3 weeks, and then Boyd, like you said, Boyd's a replacement, not really like a handcuff. Because once Higgins comes back, I think you put Higgins back in. Yeah. And you could use Boyd as trade bait too later. Like, hey, look at this guy. He's got all these points. Look what he did. You know what I mean? Like, so you can always use him as trade bait if you can sneak him.
And he's always a solid guy to have. As I said, I have him on my dynasty team, but he's only there as my security blanket. That's really what he is.
Yeah.
Something else happens, I got him in. All right. So those are all wide receivers. So now if I'm going running backs, I'm still looking at Samaje Perine. I think Samaje Perine, and especially in deeper leagues, he's 52% right now. He's going to get the ball a lot because Javonte Williams is pretty much gone. He's out again. He's hurt.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be a lost year for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I did like Samaje Perine. I think that he might be a good pickup because he's a veteran, someone you could trust. There we go for him.
So saying on the Broncos, would you go with that rookie? Was it McLaughlin?
Who is really good. Very explosive.
And he put up some good points. He had a touchdown.
Yep.
He had 32 yards receiving and 72 yards rushing. So
Jaleel McLaughlin is only 2% rostered right now.
Yeah.
I do like him, but once again, it's one of those things that you have to see him do it another week. Because the Bears defense is so bad, it makes you look better.
That is true.
So great, good running backs look great. Great running backs look like Hall of Famers. Hall of Fame running backs look like gods. And terrible running backs still look good. So we don't know what he is yet. But if I was going on Denver, the guy I'm looking at Denver is definitely Marvin Mims. If there's anyone, Marvin Mims Jr. is the guy I'm looking for Denver. That's wide receiver though. Interesting enough, as far as running backs, I like Charbonnet. Martin actually has been saying about Charbonnet for a while. Charbonnet is only about 60% rostered right now. I think Charbonnet could be a really good one to be picking up, especially Dynasty. You would definitely want to, but he's probably not available in your Dynasty. But in your redraft, look for Charbonnet. Charbonnet is getting about 40% of the runs in Seattle. And they're running the ball more and more. And especially with Geno Smith getting dinged up a little bit more, there's enough balls for Kenneth Walker Jr. and Charbonnet. So I would not be against going there. On that thing we're talking about handcuffs, Tajay Spears.
Yeah.
Tennessee, I told everybody Tennessee is not going to get 4 wins. Tennessee is going to have 7 or 8 wins. I've been saying this is what they do. They run the ball so well, they end up with 7 or 8 wins every year. And they have a terrible quarterback. And the only way they win in the damn game is because they run the ball. Tajay Spears will be a good pickup, and he's a great handcuff. So if you have that chance, grab him. If he's available, he's only 24% rostered right now. Tajay Spears is a great one. I think that's someone you want to look, especially if you're a Derrick Henry owner.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, I'm back. Depending on how deep your league is, if you're really, really deep, I still say Roshan's a good one. And here's my surprise, honestly. Though I like Jake Ferguson, Cole Kmet might be a sneaky good pickup right now because it looks like Justin is looking for him a lot. And if the Bears are going to throw the ball more, he's going to be the one who get a lot more targets, and he might be the guy who ends up getting you 9-10 touchdowns this year. So if it's your backup tight end and someone you might need, I will look for Cole Kmet.
He's not bad.
So, you got anybody else out there?
Not really. Really. Because the Denver thing is kind of interesting, with getting that. Yeah, CJ Stroud is definitely getting picked up in a bunch of leagues. I seen him picked up everywhere. There's all
If
these
he's
articles coming
available,
out. Yeah.
he's running for rookie of the year right now. He is
Oh yeah.
the top of the pack. I've been waiting. He's been in my Texas squad. I've been trying to not take him out, but dude's scoring 28 damn points every damn week. I think I have to do it. And see if I could. I've never put anyone else in. I'm gonna put someone else in there and take him out. And it's been hurting, but I got to do it. It's just what it is.
Yeah. But for running backs, like you said, like in my league, P. Ryan's already gone. So I'm looking at McLaughlin and seeing maybe, because if I can pick him up and hold on to him, and if he winds up taking over for P, or taking over the snaps and gets more snaps than P. Ryan,
I don't think he will. I think P. Ryan will still, because he's a professional running back. I will be looking for Chuba Hubbard. It's about that time. It's almost like clockwork. You know who's going to get hurt, and Chuba Hubbard will be coming back in and they're doing a lot of stuff for Carolina. Carolina's going to have to run the ball a lot. Miles Sanders gets hurt every freaking year from between week 5 and week 9. It happens every year. Guys, it's week 5. It's Chuba Hubbard time. He's a great handcuff right now for your Miles Sanders picks. And that team has to run the ball.
Yeah, because I have Miles Sanders, and that's the issue I have. I'm like, what do I do? Like, do I go after Chuba? But he hasn't even been putting up that many points. So is Chuba going to be the guy that's going to get majority of it right now? They've been about the same, at least fantasy point wise.
Yeah.
And
so I think once Miles gets hurt, because he will be hurt, that might be someone you have to look into.
Yeah. Chuba. Yeah. Like, for me personally, I'm having a running back issue right now. Because
it's hard because everyone gets hurt.
That's the part that like super sucks. Let's see if I can, because I got CMC, so thank God for him. But then Miles Sanders, Antonio Gibson, Breece Hall.
I think Breece Hall still is going to be good.
Yeah, but I mean, how long do I hold on to him before he becomes getting good?
If Zach Wilson has another game like he just did, then Breece Hall is going to end up being a very good pickup, and you'll be very happy to have him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get rid of him because I do agree 100% with that. But right now, trying to find,
who's going to be your second one? It's funny because CEH is getting a lot more run. Anyone in Kansas City right now, everyone's doing well. So, but if there's anyone, I'm just ending up this whole thing. If there's anyone I want to say for you guys to play this week that's probably on your team, Brian Robinson is a must play. Anything when you're going against the Bears, Brian Robinson is going to run for 100 yards.
Yeah,
he's going to have a touchdown. It's going to happen.
Like, I'm going to start Antonio Gibson. Just because like he's not going to do as good as Brian Robinson, but he's still going to do. He's going to get some good numbers. It might, so.
I don't think that's a bad play. So.
Like you said, we said earlier, man, these guys can't. Bears, that D line is horrible.
The only thing that gives me any trepidation is the fact that their offensive line is awful at pass blocking, but they're great at run blocking. So let them run block and let the Bears get ran all over. That's what it is. I'm going to end this episode, the Panda and Grizzly Show, with this. I'm going to pick the Bears to win on Thursday. 24-23.
I mean, like a field goal at the end of the game.
A field goal at the end of the game. We're down 21-23. 3 touchdowns. And Justin finally gets the monkey off his back. kick a field goal, a 49-yard field goal, and to win the game. And we celebrate like we won the Super Bowl because we won a Thursday night game.
Because we finally kicked the field goal when we were supposed to and not go for it on 4th and 1.
Exactly. Eberflus is going to learn from his mistakes, and that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, mark my words. I want you guys coming back here the same Bear time, same Bear channel, and we'll talk about it on Tuesday about the Bears win against the Washington Commanders. I'm hoping, I'm praying. Let's go. Go Bears, and we out. Thanks, guys.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday.